Hello, welcome to the Lilac Tree, and welcome to a general tarot reading for the sign of Libra. We're going to do a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs that will cover approximately the next 2 weeks. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's good to have you. Please remember that this is a general reading. It's not a one-on-one reading, so it might not resonate with everybody, but take what resonates and leave the rest. When I used to do these videos about 2 years ago, I've taken about a year off, and so YouTube is kind of punishing me for not uploading videos and not sending out notifications or anything about these videos. So if you found it, bless you, bless you. If you found this video, I'm pretty sure there's something in it that resonates for you. That I have a ritual that I complete before I begin a divination, and I've already sanctified the room with fire and water. But when I used to do these readings a few years ago, I got some requests that I actually say a prayer on camera, and I'm happy to do that. So let's begin. Thank you, God, guardian angels, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please oversee this act of divination for the sign of Libra. Please teach me to have correct knowledge and understanding. Speak your word in my ear and set your wisdom in my heart. Thank you. Amen. All right, let's get going. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for you to get a general overview of what's happening, and then we're going to move into tarot. First deck I'm going to pull from is the, what is this called? The Blue Messiah Oracle deck. I'll have the names of all the oracle and tarot decks that I use for this session of readings in the description box. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Libra, please? Heart compass. Heart compass. Wow. All right, so definitely the need to do some heart-centered work. Now, this could be talking about you needing to follow your heart in a certain situation, or it could be talking about you needing to connect with your heart. But let's pull some more cards and see what other messages we have coming through. Thank you, Spirit. What else would you like to share with Libra? What information would you like them to know as they traverse the path of the next 2 weeks? Spark. Okay, you know, a lot of signs have been getting this card over the past few weeks that I've been doing readings. It's been going back and forth from other signs. I'm not sure, Libra, if you got this card or not, but I have a reading that I did at the end of June for all the signs. You might want to check that out. This card came out for almost everybody. This is talking about a real need to produce work, to communicate, to be creative, to share your gifts, but to do it from a heart-centered place. I'm going to hold this card up. Hopefully the reflection won't be too bad. You can see it looks like she's playing the violin, and from the violin are, you know, coming out little beautiful little sparkly hearts. And so it's almost like wearing your heart on your sleeve, but in a nice way, in a way that you're saying, here's the essence of my heart and soul, and I'm giving it to you. Some of you Libras, this could be talking about a new relationship that you are entering into, or a recent rekindling of a relationship where you're opening up your heart and being completely open with the other person. It can also talk about just a time when you are very in touch creatively with the divine source of light within you, and you're creating a lot of work, right? So either you're creating art, actually creating art, painting, music, knitting, whatever that is for you, crocheting, whatever is a creative outlet for you, you may be engaging in that. But you also may be connecting with yourself in a creative way. Creativity isn't just about producing work. It can be really about getting in touch with our divinity and our inner selves and exploring our inner world. And some of you may be doing that as well. All right, let's get a Moonology card for you. Thank you, Spirit. What other information would you like Libra to be aware of? Okay, Libra, you got you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Somebody else got Scorpio, also got this. You are good enough. So you may have some Scorpio placements in your chart. You may be on the cusp of Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio cuspers. It's a real need for you to recognize the fact that your efforts are appreciated. You may be a little hesitant to share your creative endeavors with the world right now, and you're being told that you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. We just had a full moon, but Virgo is a sign of a lot of attention to detail. So what I'm feeling is that this is whatever you've been working on, whatever creative project you've been working on, it's not something that is fly by night. It's not something that you've only done for a couple of days and you're like, hey, you know, I got a new camera and now I'm a photographer. No, you've actually you've put the work into it. You've studied, you've practiced, you've worked on your craft, and now you're ready to share it. And it's important that you feel confident and realize that you are an expert in a way, right? A professional, or at least you've reached a level of proficiency where you can now start sharing your work with others. Let's pull some tarot and see what tarot has in store for you, Libra. What does tarot want to share for you over the next couple weeks? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see. All right, we have the High Priestess. Oh, look at that. The Three of Cups. Lovely. The Four of Coins. Never fear. Four of Coins. Ooh, and the Fool. Look at these beautiful cards you have coming in for you. All right, so the High Priestess really does talk about somebody who is self-sufficient, in touch with divinity, in touch with their inner sense of connection, like in touch with their inner sense of connection. That doesn't make sense. In touch with who they are. The High Priestess is able to connect to divine source, and she is incredibly confident in her abilities. This is somebody who can get things done. Oftentimes she's a teacher as well. You see her with the scrolls in her hands and the owl, sharing knowledge. You could be a teacher. You could be teaching others at this point, things that you know. There's a real air of celebration around what you're doing right now. Getting together with friends, enjoying good times, having meals together, celebrating, going out, a real joyous time. You may be feeling a little bit like, see, I'm seeing the Four of Cups into the Four of Discs. I apologize. The Four of Discs in a couple of different ways for you right now, Libra. In some ways, it is financial. You're worried about a little bit of money. I feel like you're making some money. You're spending it on yourself, spending it on your friends, and you're starting to worry a little bit like, am I spending too much? Do I need to save? You know, it's always definitely wise to be aware of where your money is going. So definitely keep track of that. But in some other ways, I feel like you're really recognizing that this is a time when this celebratory experience, you know, it might not last forever, and so you just want to appreciate it while it's here. Nothing, you know, lasts forever. Things come and go, and that's fine. We're going to put pull some more clarifiers in a minute, and we'll get some more clarification on that Four of Discs. But you have at the end of these next 2 weeks the Fool energy coming in, so that's a new beginning. So it could be you're ending something, you're starting something new. I don't see an ending here really, but the Fool implies an ending in and of itself. But the Fool can also talk about just this overall sense of adventure and freedom and innocence and desire to just go out and experience new things. And your circle of friends may be encouraging you to do that at this point in time. Let's pull some clarifiers and see what else we have for Libra. Thank you, Spirit. What other guidance do you have for Libra over the next 2 weeks? While I'm shuffling the cards, while I'm getting these ready, I would like to just remind you that if you could hit the like button if you're enjoying this video so far, that would really help me out, help the channel grow. And if you're new to the channel, if you could subscribe, maybe hit that notification bell. That'll let you know when I upload new videos. I don't know. Or maybe comment, let me know what you're thinking, drop a line, let me know how this plays out for you. All right, let's see what we got here for Libra. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, Judgment, first major arcana. No, that's not true. We have major arcanas on the board, but Judgment is such a heavy energy for me. Ten of Cups, nice. And the Four of Swords, nice. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. Under the Priestess, we have the Eight of Swords. Now, it could be that you are finally understanding something that was confusing to you in the past. You were not sure what to do. You know, you're not sure where to go, what to do, how to handle a certain situation, and you're breaking free of that situation right now. You're understanding. You're really coming to terms with whatever this situation is. You've got a major transformation happening here because we have Judgment coming in for you under the Three of, I know, I'm sorry, I try to get rid of that glare, but it's hard with the lighting in this room. If you look at the Three of Cups with Judgment, this is a whole new way of being in your social circle. This is a whole new way of looking at what makes you happy, how you present yourself in the world to others, how you appreciate others, the other people that are in your world. When we get the Aeon or Judgment, traditionally it's called Judgment, but I do use the top deck a lot, and in that deck it's called Aeon. It's a real transformation. It's like once you reach this level of understanding and this revelation, it's almost like being born again. You can never go back to the way you thought of things before. It's a real turning point, this Judgment card. So because I see this under the Three of Cups, it could be something that you thought wasn't going to happen is happening for you now. Also, that's like another interpretation of this. Because this is a general reading, there's so many different ways this can play out. Just take it how it resonates. For some of you, this is a completely new way of presenting yourself in the world, as I said before, of appreciating yourself and appreciating others. For some of you, this is a reconnection with a friend group or an individual or single friend that you lost touch with or weren't in connection with, and you both, or you and the group, are really enjoying each other again. Because I feel like this is definitely something that you had lost, Libra, and now it's come back to you. And it's come back to you, and this is making you incredibly happy. We've got the Ten of Cups here. For some of you, I am feeling like this could be a relationship that has come back. Maybe you had broken up at some point or separated at some point, and now you're back again. And this has put in all these feelings of what can be in the future. How maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the person I'm going to start a family with. All that good stuff. This new aspect of whatever this is brings you a lot of peace, a lot of healing. I'm not really getting the Four of Swords right now as a need to rest or to take time out, as I have felt that with some other readings that I've done recently. I'm getting this more as this new beginning really brings healing to your heart, this heart compass card that we had, and it's restored your faith. So let's pull a few more clarifiers for you, Libra, and let's see what other information Spirit would like to share with you. Thank you, Spirit. Please tell me more about Libra. Okay, we have the Ten of Coins now coming in. Lovely. We have the Death card. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay, Libra. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So yeah, so I do feel like this was it's interesting to get the Death card under the Judgment card. And really what that tells me is that, death is not really, this is going to get kind of profound, there's a real transformation, a real elevation in life when we realize that death is not, there is no such thing as death. It's just our perception that changes. And so getting the death card under the judgment really does feel to me like a resurrection of sorts, a real new beginning, especially with this, with the full card coming in. I feel like this transformation is working for you, Libra, on many levels. On some levels, I do think it is a relationship, a one-on-one relationship. But we've got the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands is a real go-getter, real carefree. But there's a little bit of a warning in the Knight of Wands here. And I think that you were worried that this situation that has resurfaced for you, that is once again occurring, I have a feeling that you were afraid that it was just not going to come back again, but it has come back, and so it's healed your heart. I am getting nothing more than just coming back, but I'd like to pull some advice cards for you in this situation. I'm feeling a real need to give you a little bit of advice, and I'm not 100% sure why that is. But let's use a different deck for the advice. And let's see. Which deck should we use? We have a lot of decks, but I keep looking at this one, so let's take this deck. What advice do you have, Spirit, for Libra? What advice do you have for Libra, please, Spirit, in terms of this relationship? What does Libra need to be aware of and know over the next couple of weeks? Okay, we have the Magician reversed. All right. And I don't do reversals. I keep my cards straight. So the fact that it came out reverse is kind of significant. So we're going to look at the Magician in the reverse position. Okay. What that's telling me right now, Libra, is it's a real time for you to go with the flow and try not to control things. The Magician is usually very controlling. The Magician takes all the tools at their disposal and manipulates them, combines them to bend to their own will. So what I'm hearing for you, Libra, is now over the next couple weeks is not the time for you to try to control the situation or be in charge or bend things to your will. Let other people be in control a little bit. Go with the flow. Okay, let me see what else. Thank you, Spirit. Do you have any other advice for Libra? The World. Yeah, this is a real ending and beginning, as we said. You may need to bring things to conclusion in terms of having a conversation where everybody feels heard. So if you've left a couple of things unsaid, if there's stuff that you want to tell your friend group or your significant other or whoever this person that has come back into your life is, it could be many different things. Like I said, it could be an association, a group of people that you worked with, it could be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be any number of scenarios. Take it how it resonates. If you still need to have a conversation with that person because there are things that you have left unsaid, then now is really the time to do that. The Magician is associated with the planet of Mercury and the astrological sign of Gemini. So there could be, two sides to the story, and there could be a real need to communicate. The World is associated, I'm sorry, it's getting late. The World is associated with Saturn, the planet Saturn. Saturn talks about restrictions, structure. Even though this is the end and things open up, there's a real need to go back and make sure that you've done everything correctly. You've said what you need to say, and you've set things right. Otherwise, Saturn's going to make you go back and do it over again. So make sure that if there are things that you are afraid to discuss, don't be afraid, because you've got the Eight of Cups here under the Fool. This is walking away from a situation that didn't work for you, and I really do feel like this is leading you to this Ten of Cups and this new situation that will work for you. Okay, I'm going to pull one last word of advice for you, Libra. Very curious to know how this plays out for you, so please leave a comment for me if you're so inclined. Again, as I'm pulling these cards, hit the like button if you found this inspiring or helpful. And let's see what other information Spirit would like to leave you with. Vulnerability, number 34. And, you know, this card really does talk about the need to just go with the flow. You can see how she's sitting or sleeping, actually, on a leaf that's flowing down the river. And she's totally, this little child is totally divinely protected and accepting of the fact that the universe is just going to take her wherever she needs to go. And that's the energy that we were talking about with that Fool, is like a whole new innocence for you, a whole new way of being where you're not so controlling and you're able to just go with the flow. I'm going to pull this card for you as well. Be your best self always. That's pretty explanatory. Now, the thing that is really great about this card is you see the seahorse right here, Libra. Seahorses represent unconditional love. And you have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. So again, the same message being repeated for you, Libra, that this is really a time for you to understand that you're worth it, you're good enough, and as long as you put your best foot forward and you act from a heart-centered place, you act out of love, and you share your creativity and your divinity with others, you're gonna do really well. You're gonna be really happy. You're gonna have that 10 of Cups, that 3 of Cups outcome. All right, Libra, that's all I got for you this time. I hope you found this inspiring, helpful, all that good stuff. I'm going to close this out for now, but thank you for being here. I'll catch you next time.